We have this very unique structure where our public works is very diverse. You know, we have our solid waste disposal, which is a waste to energy facility, which is an absolutely fantastic facility. We have a very diverse public works where, you know, we've got our water department, the sewer department, we have an amazing wastewater treatment facility, and then we have not only solid waste collection that we're doing both for residential and commercial, but then we're diverting all of that to our waste to energy facility, which is also owned by the city. And so this diverse portfolio that we have allows us to all work together very easily, where all of these departments are constantly trying to improve flow, not only with the data that's going between, but the services that are having to kind of intermingle between the departments, and being able to work as one is such a huge benefit and makes us so unique. I think what I've tried to do most is just be very candid with any vendor that I work with about what it is that we're looking for and what our ultimate vision is. And what's been so nice is when I've been transparent, when we've, as a city, have been very transparent of the direction we want to go and the goals that we have, knowing that some of those goals may take a few years, but you know, being transparent about the goals that we have now, what we want to, where we want to get to, I think that's helped build that relationship where our vendors know, you know, where we're going, how, and help us in actually getting there. We like to take a step back and say, okay, what are we doing internally? What are our processes internally? And is this the best way to do it? And then, you know, maybe it is, but whether it is or not, then going and saying, okay, how can we utilize that relationship that we have with our vendor, Rubicon, for example, you know, to come up with a better solution that not only helps the technology develop, but also helps us within our, you know, with our own processes in the city. So when I first started working with solid waste collection, I was excited, so excited, because there was so much potential there. Seeing, you know, hundreds of routes, hundreds of pages of routes on paper, it was an immediate, like, okay, I know we can do better. And so, you know, I started doing process walkthroughs with clerks and kind of understanding their jobs. I got to go out on ride-alongs with drivers to really see what their day was like, what were some of their pain points and things like that. And we really, what we realized is that we wanted a route management system. We wanted a way for those routes to be electronic, for the drivers to be able to take that into the cab of the trucks and really know what it is that they're doing throughout the day, to be able to log the things that they were writing down on these multiple pieces of paper. And so when we were looking for that, we really built strong requirements of exactly what we were looking for, so that we were addressing the pain points not only of the drivers, but of our clerks, as well as management. What is it that management really needed to see better in order to not only manage the drivers better, but also just what's happening around the city, garbage collection, recycling, yard waste. How can we do all of that better, more efficiently? What was really great about Rubicon is you checked all of those boxes for us. Using Rubicon has helped us immensely, and I can only imagine it's going to continue doing that. The amount of data that we're now getting through using the technology is almost overwhelming, but that's a good thing, because now we have so much data that we're trying to look at fault codes and seeing, okay, is there a correlation between some of these fault codes and the amount of vehicle maintenance, or driver behavior and vehicle maintenance? Being able to kind of look at those and try to see if we can make a tie is something that we're looking at right now, and trying to see if we can better plan for our vehicles and understand, you know, what are the vehicles that are kind of causing the most issues, and correlate that with our fleet management system and the maintenance history. People call in and want to know when their trash is going to be picked up, or think that maybe it didn't, things like that. And now our 311 group can actually log into Rubicon and see exactly what's going on at any point in time of the day, which is extremely valuable. With the drivers, one of the most amazing things I think that the drivers have been able to do with the tablets in the field is actually take pictures of things that are happening. Because often, what happens is, we're a city that charges for exceptions, extras. So if there's extra garbage out on the curb, or if a recycling cart is contaminated, things like that, what the tablets have allowed the guys to do is take pictures of that and actually document things that are happening throughout their day, rather than just writing it down. And one of the things that we've seen is a decrease in the amount of credits that we're giving back to the customers in regards to extras that are charged or contamination, things like that. And we're able to utilize those pictures that we're taking to educate our customers, our citizens, on what is a contaminated recycling cart, because people aren't necessarily doing that because they're just throwing the garbage away. They just don't really understand what's recyclable and what's not. And so by having those pictures that the drivers are taking out in the field really creates a learning opportunity, an educational opportunity, where we can actually tell the public, or show the public, the citizens, what is recyclable, what's not. So it's been really helpful for the drivers to document things that are happening throughout their day, because again, if a citizen is to call in, then we know exactly what happened along that route. We know what the driver may have encountered, and we're able to stand behind what the driver is doing throughout the day. We have more visibility, more transparency.